What is going on YouTube? EDM Adam here. We have a couple album releases this week. S.G. Lewis, one of the more notable ones. Kindred, who some of you might be familiar with if you follow Mousetrap or Deadmau5. Kind of an artist that got one of those blow up moments. Really interesting producer, really early on in his career. So interested to see what we get from that. Might check that out on a separate video. And then Yetep also came out with an album, or EP I guess. Those might be worth checking out. As you know, we do single releases for new music Friday. Speaking of which, obviously these videos aren't going up on Friday because with my work schedule, it's near impossible to film, edit, and post all in the same day. I've decided I'm gonna just try to post these on a regular basis on Mondays. That way I have time to edit, I don't have to feel like I'm rushing through it, and you guys have a consistent basis on when you know the video is coming out, because I know sometimes it's Saturday, Sunday, sometimes it's Friday if I get ahead of it. It's just tough with my work schedule and everything, so look for them on Mondays, probably 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I think. We'll see. And then other videos just whenever I can get to them, such as the life of a part-time YouTuber. Let's get into it. Are you feeling jazzy? Are you feeling tropical? Well, listen to some deep chills. Not gonna lie, when this first came on, I thought it was GRiZ. It's just the saxophone. Real deep bass line. Real bouncy too. Nice staccato pluck to it. That works perfectly with the saxophone. But your high and your low, not muddy, real clean. Guitar's a nice touch too. A little bit of D&B for you European D&B heads. Do you guys like to call it D&B or more drum and bass? I feel like D&B is cheap. Whatever's most efficient. Love this atmosphere so far. You hear it, right? Oh, yes. Love me some liquid D&B. Really well mixed. Okay, I love this, but my only complaint is I just want a little bit more out of the percussion. Like with typical drum and bass, you get that. I'd like to hear a little bit of that like 16th note fill just to keep the energy up, but I also get why you maybe wouldn't use it since it's kind of a lighter feel, more on the liquid side. Really good stuff. Like I just want... There's a little bit of space left. Really beautiful with the pianos.
This is a song of the week.
Yeah, how do you not love liquid drum and bass? It's just this juxtaposition between two totally polar opposites in that the tempo is super high, but then the energy's really calm, and it's just such a nice balance to listen to. So if you're not into drum and bass, maybe check out liquid drum and bass, which is even further down the rabbit holes of subgenres, but really calm, chill stuff that also is high tempo. I love it. All right, GRiZ said he's got a jazzy, dubstep, bouncy song for us, so here we go. Okay. Really digging into that reggae-inspired feel to dubstep. Ooh, like that sound. Whatever the end phrase is with that little high-pitched synth there, it reminded me of really playful, easygoing. The reggae chords in the background, like I said, really bring out that original dubstep-esque feel to it. Yeah. This is a good vibe check. You know what I like about this? It's got enough bass, but it's not overbearing. Like you can tell this is like, you know, professionally done, because if you were an amateur, you'd make this really heavy and it doesn't fit the vibe, no pun intended, but this mix is it really works. Like it's light enough but bassy enough to kind of go with this like playful upbeat feel, so well done, GRiZ. Alright, Adventure Club, HALIENE, and ARMNHMR. This should be a very promising collab project, at least I think. Can we also take a moment to acknowledge how big HALIENE has gotten? Like, it went from here and there appearances on Ophelia Records tracks to literally, like, budding pop star as well. Aside from her electronic appearances, pretty much every track she sings on, you really kind of appreciate that aspect of it, even if you're not that into the singing part, because honestly, a lot of us weren't into EDM for that, but it's something that grows on you. I'm not a fan of the sound selection. The synth on the drop, I mean, it's got this kind of like, I don't know, like detuned sound to it. It sounds off. Yeah, and then you have like this real aggressive, like, you know, dubstep-y kind of sample, and it doesn't fit well with it. Like, I don't know. Usually I like the back and forth between like melodic and like heavy, but these, I think it's just the sound selection, honestly. I don't know. Yeah, that's interesting. This part's nice, pleasant. And a 4 on the floor feel. Are we gonna keep going with that? Ooh, I like the snare pattern. Little roll in there on the accents. Yeah, something about that just doesn't do it for me. The track in itself just kind of feels all over the place. It feels like a couple different ideas were put together, which sometimes can happen when you collab with people. Like, it just doesn't work. But overall, not a fan on this one. Oh, groovy. Oliver Heldens coming in with it. Nice, clean, clean, clean. Love that little drum fill at the end of the phrase. Really crispy, kind of like almost reggae sound to it. Oh, this is catchy. Yeah, this is gonna be one of those easygoing sing-alongs, crowd pleaser. Ooh, that's gonna be close for Song of the Week. I like that. So this is a track I wanted to feature of a little duo in Ireland called 49th and Main. They have this song, Catching Eyes, which is an immediate favorite of mine. I heard on SiriusXM Chill, just caught my attention. Really unique style of house music. Let's check it out, Alcoholics. You run your 53, watch this flow from me, haven't slept. Ooh, yeah. Love the chord choice. Little bit of a Rainbow Road vibe. Big thing with these guys, and I might be mistaken, but one of them does vocals, and they both kind of do the production, or it's just kind of production and vocals duo. But I really like his voice. For a genre of music that is, you know, dominated by female vocalists, he's got a really solid voice. I think it really plays into the vibe they're going for as well. I think that's why Catching Eyes caught fire. And this one's definitely not bad either. It's got like a really groovy feel. I like the chords, kind of a classic organ sound to them. Good stuff. 49th and Main, keep an eye out. All right, so I was gonna go over the Alan Walker release. After listening to it, like, honestly, it's not worth the time, you guys. You could hear it on the radio and never know it was Alan Walker. Go ahead and give it a listen if you're curious. I'm not gonna spend any time on it. DVLM, Dubs, Roy Woods. If I had to guess, I'm saying we're gonna go deep house. Yep. Kind of this like poppy hip hop appeal. It reminds me of Tinted Eyes, kind of similar style with the deep bass line. Yeah, it's nothing special, but it's, you know, a good club track. Nothing's gonna be super memorable. Riot Ten. Get this party fucking poppin'. All right, we've heard it before, right? Like, nothing super new. Like, if I'm listening to heavy rhythm bass music, I want to hear something a little bit creative, a little bit out of the box. This feels like something I've heard 10 times over. No hate, but not this one. Lael? How do you say this? Yo, Mace, I think we need a pronunciation check. For those unfamiliar, did the song Bitter last year with Sad Alex, one of my top 20 songs of 2020. Really unique producer, kind of walks the line of electronic. Not all of his stuff would really fall under that category. I'm not really sure. Ooh, nice. Whoa! Wow! Damn. I like it. It's like almost like really chaotic, but it works. Like it's a lot all at once when the whatever you want to call it drop hits, I guess. With like the crash cymbals really searing into the background, it kind of gives you that full like rock band feel. But it still sounds like we've got like a lead that's more electronically aspirated through there. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell, but I like it. Yeah, so like I said, walking that line, I mean, he's like indie, really. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like me covering stuff like this, or is it too outside of the box of EDM? I want you, Yodo. Ooh, yeah. Really rich sound. Bassline's perfect. Love that vocal swell or whatever's going on in the background. Really a nice texture. Really cinematic. Pretty epic feel for a house track. Nice. Really teasing us with that modulation. Wow. Really pretty kind of like vocal ballad house track. Yeah, this one's checking all the boxes. This is the difference between like professional and amateur house music. Deep End, William Black. Ooh, recognize that right away. Like the cymbal roll. Man, I want to sing along already. I don't know the lyrics. Ooh, okay. Real mellow. But still a full sound. Good for him. I mean, like you like up until the drop, you're like, okay, we're gonna get that typical like melodic bass, future bass-esque kind of drop. But he did it without the bright saw waves, which is interesting because without that, it's usually a little bit like toned down. But this still had the full sound and good energy without the typical saw waves, which I gotta be careful what I say because I do love that style of music, but as we all know, it has become a little bit overdone. This is a refreshing take. Now I swear, I hear Fairlane on this. Nice. The melody, the songwriting, the mix, everything sounds really good together. Another very pretty track from William Black. Alright, that's gonna be it for this week. Stay tuned. Might have some album reviews coming up. Just depends how the week goes. Leave a comment, like, subscribe if you're new here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.